So today we're going to start with a couple of very basic scripts to help you understand how variables and data work. A variable is just a place where data is stored and becomes a block so that we can use that block in other places and that your program can use the information that the user has inputted. For example, when Travis made the animate your name where you could input your own letters, he used a variable there. So we're going to try a very simple one and have the sprite ask the user what his or her name is, and have then the sprite answer back hello and use their name in the program. So in order to do that, of course, we'll start with an event, and then we want the sprite to ask the user what his or her name is so that they can input that data. That is found in the sensing category underneath control. So if we go to the light blue sensing, we have an option here to ask a question. We're just going to leave the default that says what's your name and wait, but of course that could be anything that was appropriate for the program you were using. After the sprite asks the user to put their name in, we want the sprite to say hello, and we know we've used that before under looks. We'll just say hello and leave that default. Once again, could be changed to anything that makes sense. And after that, we not only want the sprite to say hello, but we want the sprite to say hello and use their name, use the data that was input into that earlier. So we're going to go back to the sensing category. And you see we have some blocks down here that are just by themselves, these ovals. We have answer, loudness, timer, username. Okay, these are used as variables, so we're going to check that we would like to have the answer. And notice what happens when I check the box. You see it appears up on the screen. I don't necessarily need that there, but later on when you might be using this variable for a game, maybe you'll want the timer to show or the score to show or something like that. So that's what the checkbox means. We still drag it over just like another block. So we want the sprite to use this information, ask what's your name. We want the answer is basically what the user inputs to this question, and then we want it to use that word as it says hello. So we need another say block, and we don't want it to say hello hello, we want it to say hello using their name. So we're going to drag this answer variable right into there, and it can plop right there. And let's see how it works. Okay, so he asked me my name. I'm going to go ahead and input this data. Whoops, if I knew how to spell my name. Check the box that it's check the check mark, and he says hello, Mrs. Bowers. So once again, I could play with this with the timing, I could change the words, but the basic concept of information, and if I would like the sprite to repeat that information back to me, how that can be done. Now you try. Go ahead and open your Scratch tab and create for a brand new project, and try having the sprite ask the user something and using that response in his answer.